Welcome back everyone for the next part of Limbus Company. In the last part, we have reached the second area, the Haunted Mansion. Rather, Haunted Bloody Mary. But I guess before we get inside, are we going to check out the infirmary first, or are we just going straight in? Technically speaking, considering the fact that Honglu's still around here, I kind of want to go in there right away. I mean, Honglu said she should technically be fine. I don't really want to jinx her, but you know how it is. Every time we are involved in any kind of scenario where other people might get into dangerous situation, they're almost always kind of screwed, Honglu. So, yeah, without any further delay, we should probably try to go after her. I'm just saying, for her sake. And for her sake. 721, in which is recounted the sinner's adventure in the encounter with the haunted Bloody Mary, the nature of which is unclear whether it is a haunted mansion or a Bloodfiend's den. I mean, it can be both. You could technically make a house out of this, and Bloodfiends are scary enough to be actual monster in a haunted mansion, right? You could give them a couple of masks and dresses in order to make them look like the portraits, perchance. Or ghosts. Is that a ghost? It almost looks like a ghost. Oh god, I already don't like it. Sinclair? It's been so long since I visited one of these haunted mansions. Last time I was at a place like this, I thought when the next time came, I would be here with my family again. Not all on my own like this. All on your own? Ah, come on, kiddo. You're here with your co-workers. Co-workers who are kinda like a family, ain't it? Oh, is he shy? Well, maybe not Ryoshu, but Ryoshu's like the cool aunt. You could consider her the cool, but sometimes a little brutal aunt. Okay, enough shit, everyone. Direct your attention to the floor. There's something there. Yet, there are numerous signs of fights, just as I expected. A stench, this miasma of rot, fills my lungs. It has been some time since the battle took place. Nobody here appears to be a fixer who participated in our ongoing mission. Which means they are fine. What is that portrait there? It's the only one that had an actual person inside of it, not some kind of shade. That might become important. Maybe. Or maybe they've all been turned into blood bags and are shambling through the haunted mansion as we speak. But it's probably better to not share that kind of thought here. We should probably avoid that. There's blood everywhere though. And another announcement? Oh yes. It's gonna be just as thrilling as the other one. Doesn't have red colors, so kinda hard to tell. Oh well.
I welcome you all with all of my heart, dear guests, to the haunted Bloody Mary.
The portrait from which the voice was echoing from was torn in half. From what we could deduce from the remaining parts of the portrait, it was like a depiction of the king of this castle. Or at least, that was the story it tried to convey. The king? But it's all torn up. It can be extrapolated from the torn pattern that this was intended to be displayed in its current tattered form.
You find yourself in the castle of an ancient, once prosperous kingdom that has long fallen to ruins. Now you must explore every corner of this delicate castle to unveil the true secret of the old kingdom. Please note that there are several installations with the explicit purpose of inducing fear. If you have a heart condition and cannot handle horror very well, please reconsider partaking in this expedition.
So he says. Well, verily, I have no such fear in my heart. Are you sure, Don? Oh god! Don't squeeze me like this, Don! Can you please let go of my arm? We have two of them? Wait, Don is actually afraid of ghosts?
Sancho, your grace, if you have something you would like to tell me, please come closer and... I missed the line you say. What? Ah, I see. Let the fire of courage light your way in this adventure of cold, bone-chilling feels.
The tour must start somewhere around here then. That mirror's gotta be where the Bloodfiends used to hide to shock their guest. And look, that ceiling panel is slightly ajar. That's probably where... Okay! Here's a demon mask. Some of them are still there! I hate smartass who can't keep their mouth shut! Stop complaining everything! Oh my god! Bloody hell! Come on, Sinclair! Oh, I guess she was right. Don't you understand that the real fun of the bloody Haunted Mary is walking into a scare knowing that it's going to happen? Why can't you just be a good guest for once? Oh, sorry. It's just not that nice. We were going to let you through, but she's really getting on my nerves. Okay. Wait, you actually would have allowed us to pass through that first... Okay. Why not? What? Why not? They look pretty similar to the other setup though. Hard-blooded trash. More bleed. Clash loose gain 10 bleed and 1 bleed count. They bleed themselves? Bloodied hand? Additional rapture on hit with this unit's skill. You guys have rapture? Wait a second. Doesn't really appear like you guys have access to rapture skills. Oh wait. When inflicting bleed skill, inflict rapture equal to Cocatus blood. So pretty much rapture is an additional effect that you can apply on us. But it doesn't really seem to create any additional count, so that's alright, I guess. Anyways, 7, 13, no wait, 11, 9, 12, with more damage depending on the bleed count. A counter skill that gives some base power and cocated blood. Inflict bleeds, I should probably avoid it, if I can. And hard-blooded strike. Even more bleed count and an ability to heal himself, depending on the bleed and HP value. Okay, that's not so bad. I'm pretty sure the passes are going to be the same as the other group as well. Oh no, wait. No, it's still the same. First for blood is still the same. Blood back. When hit, gain blood count. Gain cocktail blood. Okay, it's pretty much the same with a couple of additional effects. Even the dress is very similar to the last one. Blooded hand is the same as the other two. Similar power level, similar counter effect. And similar hard-blooded strike card. Okay. Yeah, I don't really think those two are so different from what we've already encountered. The Ghost Bloodfiend of a failed pendant. He seems a little bit more refined. Please answer the survey. More bleed count, additional bleed, 3, 6, 10. Don't cut me off. 7, 13. More bleed count. You also have the rapture effect as the others. Consume up to 50 blood feeds. Gain 1 bloody 10 for every 10 blood feeds consumed. If the target has 5 bleed, coin power increase, which means 6, 12, 16 power. That might cause some issues, but we will see. The counter is pretty much the same, just that he gets an additional boost from the bloodied hands, but that's not so bad. And of course the congregated blood. 6, 12, 13, 14 maximum power. Endless Atonement. If the target has 5 bleed, coin power increase, clash power increase for the blood. And clash lose bloodied hands. Inflict a bunch of bleed, a bunch of other effects. And you can technically feast on even more of your blood feast, which increases the count of loaded blood, which also boosts your attack level. And it also heals your HP a little. That might be really, really bad. Flash power +1, coin power +1. 3, 9, 3, 6, 9. We boosted up by 3, which is 12. Then +5, 17. And then another one, 18. If all conditions are met, that has the power of 18. Okay, that might be a bit troublesome. But let's be serious. You're probably going to get staggered before anything bad is gonna happen around here. I mean, let's be serious. You are decently fast. Doesn't change the fact that we have 6 different people standing here who can quite literally hit you with everything that they have. Especially soonish, once all of your little allies are getting absolutely obliterated by Faust and Don, right? By Faust and Don alike. They can't even clash once around here before they're getting staggered. Even Massault, with a Sadded Thrust or Slash, doesn't have an issue staggering the guys. And you already got staggered! You lost 50%! You don't even have a chance to make any use of your abilities! Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm literally interrupting him in his very first fight. And he even said that he doesn't want to be interrupted. That's his whole story in the attack pattern here. There, don't cut me off. Oh god. I'm so sorry. We should probably end it as quickly as we can, huh? Yep, totally. Look at him. Look at him go. Okay. You get a counter hit. That guy's already dead. That one is staggered. This one probably is going to get staggered as well. Of course he is. Yeah, they will not survive this. We only used like 50% of our dice to see. Oh god. He's already staggered. He's going through the second stagger threshold. Which means in the next round he's certainly going to die. Okay, this is already the end. I'm so sorry. I know you were impatient. I know you don't like that Ishmael is able to just find the loophole of his stages. But it is how it is. She should have probably not jumped out like that. You should have probably not done that. You can't really hide from us, but at the very least you need to be a little bit more patient, otherwise they are just going to completely obliterate you, especially if you try to use Rapture against us. I mean, we aren't really a full Rapture team here, but we do know how to handle Rapture, right? 22. Wherein discuss the Bloodfiends in hiding and the Fixer who arrived first. Are we just talking about them, or are we actually able to meet them as well? I would love to find them as quickly as possible. As previously stated, she might be fine, but I'm still worried. Everyone is cursed who has some kind of connection to us. They might all get themselves into some very problematic situations. Now then. Right then. That was the last of the Bloodfiends here. Seems like it. That was a victory in our favor. No, there's more. Trembling rats inside of that coffin. They lack even the remorse of shame. Shame? We opened the coffin Ryosha singled out. Oh! Holy shit! The several Bloodfiends came tumbling out! Are we the monsters here? Aren't you supposed to scare us? What is going on here? Look who's talking. Ryoshu, can you see through walls by any chance? I only smell their dirty corridors. Did they leave? What do you mean by they? The monster who came to haunt us! Those bastards going around smashing our rides and attraction alike! Oh, wait, I think I know who you're talking about. Did they make it safely past this attraction then? Probably. You didn't get a good look at them, huh? We had no choice. Our roles were to jump out and scare people during the banquet of the Bloodfiend scene, but we stayed put in here because they were even scarier. The visitors used to scream and run when we jumped out of these coffins. They really loved it. We even took pictures with them once. We were done with the attractions. Hey guys, wanna know something cool? We are running an event where we're all taking a free compensation picture for you for only 400 milliliters of blood. How's that? How's that, right? Don't you want to leave a picture with us on the spooky experience? 400 milliliters, nothing, right? It's just a little trickle of blood with no danger to your health. I even heard that you humans have to draw blood once in a while anyways, to renew your blood supplies and keep things fresh and healthy, I guess. You all kind of want to live long and healthy lives, don't you? Bet you do. Mate, are you serious? You really think we're here for pictures? No, I'm sorry. I won't drink your blood, not even a drop. I didn't want to be part of that plan anyways. I just wanted to get out of here. That reminds me. I wonder what happened to the one who managed to escape. I should have run away too when I had the chance. It's like that he is referring to Cassidy. But would the world outside be any better? How will I live on? Hiding in sewers like rats. Hiding from humans. I don't want that life. No, but this place is also just so... We're cornered. There's nothing we can do. We have no options left. It's either die or live a life worse than die. There's a cursed La Mancha land. He doesn't want to stay here either? Well, at the very least, it's refreshing to see that at least one of the Bloodfiends around here aren't really that interested in fighting us for our blood. He doesn't seem as mad as the others, at least. Yeah, he's so dead. He is so dead. Okay, that was so bad. I hope the other guy didn't get dragged into this fight, but it seems like he was surrounded as well, right? He was surrounded as well. Oh no, my internet. Come on. I was about to say, if I lose my connection now, that would be kind of horrible. Kind of horrible. No, but seriously, did he survive this? Because I kind of want to hear more about his insight around here and what he thinks about this whole situation. 23. Here's recounted the tale of the forlorn king and the family that was once happy. Alright, let's see what that's all about. Okay, not a Bloodfiend, but a narrator. Great.
Congratulations, O brave adventurers! You have uncovered every secret of the kingdom. It is time that I let you leave. Should you face such terror in the world beyond, remember your bravery here and triumph over them as you have today. And now, please give a warm welcome to the Bloodfiends of the attraction, Haunted Bloody Mary. They'll be here for the spooky, scary photo shooting with Bloodfiends.
And the narration just stops here, huh? Well, we already took care of the Bloodfiends who were supposed to show up on cue, so yeah, kinda makes sense. He would have GUI. He would have graced us himself, she said.
My, what a misfortune! Every clue that may have shedded light on the secret of this tragic kingdom's history has been pulverized by the guest who passed through before you.
Did the voices change? It wasn't just the audio quality this time, right? Nope, I think somebody's about to show up again. This is the voice of Sanson.
And our dear Bloodfiend actor, who have put so much effort into giving you a good surprise, have all disappeared as well.
You have brought righteous judgment upon those evil wretches!
Even the gentleman responding for that narration. Well, perhaps in place of a photo shooting, we could slot in a brief explanation about the secret of this kingdom. Voice beyond the speaker began with a hint of excitement, as though he's been expecting the situation all along. Or maybe he's expecting something to come of this.
Okay.
Long, long ago, a lonesome king resided within the tower's hall of a great castle. Enduring so many years in such a desolated place wore him down. Lonely mornings and silent nights, the king's heart forever a hollow vault. So, the soul-crushing loneliness drove the king to yearn for a family. Desperately, oh so desperately. So the king began turning his wishes into reality, forming a family of his own, born, bound to spend the rest of their lives together until the end of days.
Oh, that silhouette. Oh, that scarf! That has to be done. That has to be done! But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. And we already killed the barber who's currently in the middle. Sancho's probably the one to the right then. Where is he? Or is he the left one? It's kind of hard to tell. Nevertheless.
Forging a family of his own, blood-bound to spend the rest of their lives together until the end of days. The king's love for his family was bottomless and generous. Soon, the cold, desolated castle became a cozy home, brimming with a warm laughter. Yet, perhaps, happiness simply isn't a thing that lasts. It was one of those many happy days when a knight, hailing from a faraway kingdom, arrived at the gate of his castle. The knight was a traveler, a wanderer with hundreds of adventures and thousands of tales to tell, collected from hither and thither and yonder beyond the world outside of the castle. The king, who had spent his entire life never setting as much as a foot outside of the castle, requested that the knight recounts tales of those adventures to him. The king, at want of any reason to refuse his request, said as such, "O honored king, verily I shall regale thee with tales of the world that I have witnessed, the adventure I have undertaken." Soon, something new, something different began to fill the castle. Tales of thrilling adventures. Some days they would talk of a long voyage at sea, of heroes braving the restless waves. Some days he would whisper the heartbreaking and tragic tales of lovers. Some days he would sing a hero's peril encounter with an unyielding monster. And it kept going, and going, and going, as though the end was an idea, aimed of them all. As the king spent days upon days without sleep or any rest, lost in the tales of adventure, he soon came to a grave realization that his family of blood, this confined happiness locked within the castle, cannot fill that void in his heart. So the king began to fill that emptiness with tales of adventures the night regaled him with. And his infinite love for his family started to grow into a different direction, towards adventure instead, towards the night, and towards the world outside of the perimeter of his castle. The family thought it wouldn't last. It was all but a fleeting dream after all, just a brief, silly whim in which he fancies himself as what he was not, donning himself a pair of ragged boots, wielding an iron lance. The family waited for the king, the creator who not only gave them love, but bequeathed them with the same void of the heart, to love them, and only them again. Yet, for all of their waiting, what came thereafter from the king's mouth was bitter to their ears. "Let us bring down the hall of this castle. Let us make friends with those outside," declares the king. The family was afraid. To bring down the castle meant that their comfortable, familiar, and eternal home and nest was to be no more. But the family loved the lonely king, and of course his will, enough to help him demolish his own castle. So the deed was done, spades in their hands. Yet, those who lived outside the castle were far too different from those who lived within.
The king's family had to give up so many different things: happiness, joy, ecstasy, pleasure, hope, and anticipation. They had to give them all up, because otherwise they could not become friends with those outside of the castle. So the king outlawed happiness from his family, because he believed that they could be happy merely by watching the happiness of others, of those who lived outside the castle, blossom. That happiness was something that couldn't be changed, believing that the happiness could be our own in time. All of our pursuits of happiness were a design of sin. So I asked, why must we repent of our own happiness? Oh, there's so many mention of family. What do you suppose he's trying to say here? Well, a load of shit, that's what. Are you sure about it? Seems like he kind of told us about his own tale. I'm pretty sure he wasn't the king then. He must have been the guy on the right. And I saw Don's silhouette as well. What happened? What happened to their king then? And what was that? Running shoes? Lance in hands? Ah. Well, how interesting. I wonder if that family ever had real happiness to begin with. While everyone else found themselves rendered speechless by the gloomy tale, Honglu did not hesitate to share his thought, as though it was just another light-hearted tale. I mean, to be fair, his family is quite murderous indeed. So I guess problematic family is kind of like his field, right? Ah, look! I see the exit sign over there. Looks like this is where the attraction ends. Yeah, it says something under there though. There was a sign on the wall with instruction written in bolded letters. All Bloodfiends must attend at least one weekly consolation session with the priest. Consolation session? What? Are you here as well? Consolation of what kind? And on which subject? One must wonder. Anything, I guess. Or maybe it's like a confession? Maybe. I know it's clearly not true anymore, but the Manchaland must have put in a lot of effort back in the days. True. Indeed, perhaps they once dreamed of coexistence. Nay, nothing but wicked trickery. That's all. I mean, in the previous tale, we already saw one of the guys, or rather fixers, who stated that they wanted to coexist. There is a chance that maybe that picture of that fixer could have been the king? Or that was the valiant knight that shared his tales. Could be either. It could have been either. So, that was the last of them. Are we going to have an after cutscene after this? Or do we need to move to the next stage? Seems like we kind of have to move to the next stage for this. But I guess that's fine. Yeah, that's certainly fine. After all, we're about to reach the exit point of the bloody, or rather haunted Bloody Mary, from the looks of it. You know, it seems like it didn't really have a button here. That's a bit weird. But well. Of the pendant Bloodfiend and the bizarre survey. A survey? Are they going to give us some questions? Or maybe going to give Don some questions, huh? No, we're about to head over to the priest. Oh no. Stone statues? Maybe are those actual stone statues? Or just hidden Bloodfiends in cloaks? Who knows, maybe it's one of those weird angels, right? Those that you can't look away from. After a short journey, we came upon a quiet and solemn-looking room, and in front of it stood... Is that the same one that we talked to? A group of Bloodfiends looking at us in anticipation. They all appeared to have gone through their shares of battle, and many of them appeared injured and out of breath, clearly exhausted. Are you here for for the confession? Confession? What are you talking about? Within this room is one who forgives our sin. But before you enter, take a deep breath and please give an honest answer to my question. First, how intense is your desire for blood today? 1 for a lot, 2 for mildly, 3 for somewhat, 4 for intensely unbearable, 5 for it is driving me insane, 6 for it's killing me. This one kinda seems out of it too. Whatever nonsense are thou speaking of? This is none, of course! Then here's my second question. Did you consume your hemo bar today? 1 for yes and 2 for no. What? Wait. Don't cut me off! You must answer all of these questions to be granted audience with the priest. If you have not consumed a hemo bar today, then please explain your reasoning. Damn it! Isn't it obvious? It tastes like shit! Even sucking blood from an insect would taste better than that! You would agree, wouldn't you? Huh? Is he talking to another Bloodfiend or is he still talking to us? Oh boy. Guys, we should get ready. Last question. Did you feel the parchness in your throat when you looked at a human today? Say yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes! Okay? Yes, always! Like, I'm absolutely going insane! No, actually, not really. Not even for a moment. What is going on with those guys? Are they on a diet? No, seriously though, are they trying to fight off against their own hunger? Hemo bar? Is that some kind of substitute? Huh. Okay. Well, there's certainly going to be an after cutscene after this, right? They need to give us a proper explanation. There we go. Perfect job, everyone. Perfect job. Now, was I right? An after cutscene? Yay! I was about to say, you can't just leave us hanging like this. He was literally driving himself mad there. I have sinned. I have sinned once again today. I confess. Take me to the priest. They said it's all going to be okay if I visit the priest when I feel the thirst. They said. So that priest is there, right? You're going to have to wait your turn. The others, once sought the priest too, must have been sinners as well. So there might be a query. Oh, the priest gladly taketh the sin in our stead. We should probably check what's going on behind this door, right? I shall take the vanguard, Manager Squire. Of course. Oh. Villains, What I'm certain of is that this intruder will never leave us alone until we open our gates. We must put an end to this insolence soon. Wouldn't you agree? I suppose you will understand me when you create your own familiar. Worry not. I intend to put an end to this today. I've been planning to do so for a while. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if it was actually familiar. It could be. It fits. But it might have been something else. When we entered, we saw a dying Bloodfiend nearing his death. His mask was already cloven in half, revealing the pitiful tragedy behind. It is no longer serving as a mask to hide his face. Have you come here to confess your sin? Ah, what joy! Rarely do I receive those who are so willing to confess. This one is only a smoldering stub. I could snuff out his ember with a gentle stomp. Are we doing that? No, right? Maybe we have a chance to actually talk to him. He might have already had an encounter with a new sister, which is actually surprised if he actually survived that. I mean, from our previous interaction, it kind of seems like she's relatively brutal, or heartless. But maybe she has actually a softer side. I mean, I already kind of assumed it before, because kind of reminds me a little bit of a tsundere. But who knows, right? Who knows? 725, in which a truth that may be revealed by close inspection is spoiled by none other than Sanso himself. Sanso is stopping us? Okay, but why? I thought he wanted us to find this priest. Oh my god, it's her! Speak of the devil! And she shall appear! Don't touch it! That thing is mine! Huh? Shanshu and her men approaches us, appearing to be in the pristine condition compared to the priest. Oh, Shin Shun. Shut up! I don't want to waste any more time talking to you. Ah, yeah. Clearly a Sundara. This one is almost dead though. What's the point of keeping him alive? Isn't it obvious? Those are signs of torture. It seems that the device in Area 2 have already been activated. So what are you torturing him for? Prying for more information or something? Yes. Haven't I told you already? My goal isn't the eradication of La Mancha land. Okay, but I doubt you came all this way out here just to enjoy torturing some random Bloodfiend. You're right. We are not like those Bloodfiend hunters. We don't torture them for sport. The hunters exist only to inflict as much pain as possible against as many Bloodfiends that they get their hands on, you know? They don't even care about the money. But I don't care about either of those. What I'm looking for is a specific piece of information that I came all this way in here for. Okay? And I kinda want to know what that specific piece of information is that she's talking about, but I was pretty sure, or rather pretty positive, that she wasn't going to answer that question anyways. Well, you arrived just in time. I was just about to crush its skull and brain within it, anyways. No amount of pain could wake it from whatever this day's state it is in, as you can see. It must have been long deprived mad from pain. Reminds you of the trick from back home that could induce such an effect, doesn't it, big brother? What? You guys torture others? You never specified what they actually do for a living? Oh god! Young Qingshu asked as she gestures towards the priest, who was played out helplessly on the ground. Her voice was dripping with contempt. Despite her viciously threatening words, the look on the priest's face was serene. He looked at us with eyes that couldn't be more at peace. Seeing you and your friends reminds me of one of the visitors of my confessional. I don't quite recall when it was, but a Bloodfiend by the name of Lorenzo? What? Became a repeated visitor to the... Okay. At first, I wasn't sure why he would feel the need to visit me. He simply exuded positivity that much. Okay? Oh dear priest, I'm doing great today. These hemobars really are some impressive invention. Oh, I gobbled up 110 hemobars today, in one sitting. This has to be some record, right? Tragically though, Lorenzo's positivity did not last. Today I licked a syringe for 3 hours. There was a droplet of blood in that thing. And I can't forget that blissful taste lingering on that needle. I didn't eat a single hemobar today. We've known for a while now that these stupid pricks don't do anything. They do jack shit for us. You know that too. How much longer are we going to have to live like this? I knew the answer to his question, so I gave it to him. You know this already, Lorenzo. For endless forbearance comes coexistence. So sing in sheer louder, the more pain you feel. Bury it, suppress it with laughter. Let laughter never end, here at La Mancha lands. However, the last thing I saw was a true, genuine smile on Lorenzo's face. It was moments before he was buried under this place. His head burst open, his brain spinning. It made me curious. What is the meaning of burying someone who's lived still? You and I would never know the answer to that question, would we? Wait. Was he buried alive? Did you bury the body of Cassidy yourself as well? That fugitive. Unhand me! Done? Yeah, okay, that's enough nonsense. Get out of my way! Ya Xingshun swung her fan towards the Bloodfiend, but he was nowhere to be seen. Wait, did you just save him? Wei stepped in on the last second to block the Bloodfiend's strike from behind. The priest has the most profound faith of them all. When did he... The magician! The faith that everything will be alright. The faith that everything shall be as he wills. The faith that we shall all find happiness and the end of all of things. And he was the only one of us who did not turn his back to our suffering. So, when more and more of us began losing grip of our patience, he was the first to reach out to them, gave them a helping hand. Yet, the one who cares for the hearts of others cannot help but fail to tend to his own. Alone in the corner of this tiny, tiny room, the priest's heart ached and withered. How many of us knew this, I wonder? Hey, I'm really happy for you that you mastered the art of budding naturally into any kind of conversation, but you are sorely mistaken if you think you can just pluck your friends away again. Got that? Is he in the same boat as the other girl? Wait, he does have the posture of the guy right next to Don's silhouette, but I kind of thought he was that guy. So maybe he's the king after all? Oh, I'm so confused. Either way, let us be precise. I am here only to continue the tale. Villain, hast thou come here to distract us once again with thy vile tricks? No, of course not. My vile tricks are all for you and none other. Only for you. What? Well, that's enough misery for a tale. You have so many more rivering tales of adventure to share, don't you? O Don, the great adventurer. Many a great adventure have I undertaken, yet I have no tale to tell for one so vile as thee. My, I should have been more mindful. I suppose stepping onto the stage all on your lonesome must be a tad embarrassing. That is not what I fully understand. It is not an easy task to command the entire audience alone on the stage. Allow me to offer you some assistance. Halt! Halt, Ricocante! What was that? I don't want to leave! I don't! Why do you refuse to obey me? Stop! That was... What was that? Did you finally see that scene as well, Don? I must have slipped. Please, it has been a while since my last show. Slipped? Sometimes the order of things go out of the way when the play reaches its crescendo and the swelling emotion sweep you off your feet. I offer my sincere apologies. Let us begin anew. From the day of that fateful duel against the Knight of the White Moon. Duel? That duel was one of the greatest battles I have ever had the honor of partaking in. Don's voice falters once again, falling unnaturally quiet. Sanson must be working his trickery again. Indeed, the duel was the first meeting of Don and the Knight of the White Moon. The same knight who guided our Don, the adventurer, to the river in the depths, to the river of oblivion. River in the depths? Manager, I think I know where this is going. That madness. No! He's preparing the stage! Sinclair! Wait, that means Horse Gregor comes back. And Teddy Bear Creedcliff. Now. Let us focus on our roles for now, shall we? Let's see, here. The knight was the first one ever to match your strength, correct? Verily, the knight was one of truly impressive might. Oh my god. Not that again. And what's up with that flame? It's made out of blood crystals. And Sia needs to see it too. Oh no. Okay, this is getting really annoying. The Knight of the White Moon was garbed in the rags of an outfit that appears rather unfamiliar and ridiculous. That was the knight who challenged me first as well. Forsooth, I was quite impressed by that daring courage. Perchance the knight was curious to test my might, as my name was known far and wide in all the corners of the city through mine adventure. A great adventurer like you would have accepted that duel with gusto, certainly. Indubitably, I replied thusly. A true adventurer cowers not from a duel once challenged. Let us battle, O brave knights! Thus began a storm of blade, as your lips clashed with the Knight of the White Moon's great sword. Yet with every duel, no matter how great or trivial, comes a certain stake. This historic duel must have been no different. I care not whether I am to emerge the victor or the loser of this battle. Yet, O Don, should thee meet my challenge in a fair duel, I promise thee that in thy hands I shall present what thou seekst most. Boldly and fiercely the combatant clashed once again, and Ritonante signaled the start of this duel, because if anyone was watching, it would be Ricocante. Oh god! Hang on! Okay, ready and go! For 3 suns and 3 moons, we tested the might of our blades. Hold on, weren't you holding a lance, not a bladed sword? That was but a figure of speech. No fight. Alright. Do we have an actual duel here now? I mean, it would be kind of fitting. It's no turn limit though. Okay. Which recounts the close and dramatic duel between the Knight of the White Moon and the valiant Don. Alright. Oh my god, you're doing it again! You're doing it again! You're taking away the sheep! Why are you so cruel? Why are you so cruel? Game! The duel from its first clash to the last was evenly matched, with no clear winner pulling ahead. And every spectator's hand began to grow slick with anxious sweat. Some had gathered to cheer us on as well. Yay! Not done! You can do this, your worship! Look at the last face! Now that's priceless! Oh my god! Well then, I will cheer on the Knight on the White Moon. Let's keep things fresh. Oh brave knight, you got this! The tip of my blade hewed deep into the knight's left shoulder, while the knight's blade left a slight gash on my ear. Oh no, the great adventurer Don, wounded in duel? Is everything alright? Worry not, for all is right indeed. Wounds gained in battle are but seedlings of honor. This is not blemish of mine. Well, I do believe that my skills were a smite superior of the knight's. Perchance, had I decided to put a little more strength behind my strike, I may have dealt a blow most final. The companions charged at one another at full speed, to see who shall emerge victorious from this epic duel. I wonder if I get 2 different outcomes in this. I mean, technically speaking, it's very, very possible for us to... Is it possible for us to lose this? It doesn't have a clash power, coin power, anything. Or I don't know. 31! Yeah, okay, I see how it is. It's impossible to lose. It's literally impossible. Clashable counter on use game protection. Clash win deal HP damage equal to the final clash power. Aha. Well, I probably have to continue winning this. Why is this hopeless? And you know what? Sometimes you just need to go for the void dice. I'm not entirely sure why it is hopeless, but I guess it doesn't really matter at this point. I can't even see how much health he has. Or how much he's losing. But one attack is always losing. Damage taken minus 20%. Gain additional attack power and clash lose. A close match at 10 clashes against the enemy. Randomly gain or lose clash power. Is that the reason why we suddenly have some very weird combinations going on around here? It might be. It might be. Nevertheless, 28! 20 freaking 8! How's she supposed to lose any of this? It's impossible! She can't lose with 30 things! That's just not possible! Darn. Oh well. Offset. Dominated. I'm just going to give him a little bit of bleed count for now. Yeah, that's certainly going to be alright. Here we go. And I give him more count so that I can add more bleed? Nope, he's using it all up. All of it. A shame. But alas. Oh my god! Why do we have so much health? 1,500! Uh-huh. Alright then. Okay, this is hopeless. Favored, offset. This is gonna be fine. Okay. What is going on? What is going on? Don, how many clashes? How many clashes does it take? What was that? He has a bow? Oh god! Please win! Oh, we're going... Why are we going for our ego now? You don't have the ego resources for this. And it's hopeless. Okay. Yes. Bow comes out. And they don't even tell us the outcome of this? I mean, it said hopeless, so she probably didn't win. I think. Huh. And the victor. Who won? It was... neither. The duel ended in a draw. A highly irregular occasion. Then, did you resume your duel? Then and there? Nay, as great as I may have been as an adventurer, in my heart was not such vicious fruitlessness, for I knew the significance of clemency. I asked thusly to the night. For 3 suns and 3 moons have we duelled. If fatigue had set in for many, why not lay rest of thy blade for a moment and recover? Should we continue to duel in the stead, the countless spectators shall gain their much-needed rest. No, this is too cruel to force them to forego sleep only to see the outcome of this duel. Wouldst thou not agree, Ricocante? Ricocante replies, yeah, your worship. Or, no response, it's just a pair of shoes. Or maybe, this is what Ricocante said. I was wondering when this dumb, pointless battle would come to an end. I have prepared some refreshments, so why don't the 2 of you enjoy them together or something? Thus, the long duel came to an end. So, is it really true that no one claimed victory in this battle? Did it truly end in a draw? The duel was indeed a draw, highly irregular in tales of my adventure. A brief truce, if thou wilt it. Yet, I must claim that, when it comes to technicalities, the true victor was myself. Upon our final clash, my lance, was pressing forcefully upon the knight's blade. Still, with the heart of boundless generosity, I offered the knight a chance to parley with me a truce. So you did. Now that you've compromised on this truce with no promise and end date, what happened thereafter? We became friends. A friendship forged in a glass of blades. It is a cliché truth for how rare it is in reality. Then, did your wish come true, just as the knight was so boldly proclaiming? Perchance? What do you mean with perchance, Dawn? Did you reach the river or not? I mean, he did say that he would lead you there. You should have known the outcome of your own tale. Right?